You have always been noticed by me. Long before your first words, before you even breathed your first breath, I spoke your name in the place where light has no end. There are things happening in this world that you may never fully understand, but let it be clear to you now. Your life has always held meaning, and I have watched you through every high and low. When you look back on your past and remember times you could have taken an easier path, know that I saw you fight to remain kind. There were moments you stumbled and felt confused or lost, but even then you tried to return to goodness. People may not always see that, but I did. While you sometimes doubted yourself, I rejoiced because I saw your heart trying to choose what was right. You have lived among sorrow. Sometimes the world has felt dark, and grief or loneliness visited your door more than once. There were nights you cried where no one else could hear, and days when weariness pressed upon you like a weight. But you carried on. You stayed soft in a hard world. You helped others even when you were hurting. That is not something small to me. It is the stuff of eternity. Every prayer you prayed in silence was heard. What you saw is only a whisper I heard as thunder in heaven. When you sought peace in the midst of confusion, when you forgave when it hurt, it was all written in my memories. Every time you chose compassion when anger would have been easier, you learned to love like me. That love lives on and accomplishes more than you know. You have wondered why some trials seemed heavier for you than for others. I tell you now, gold is made brilliant by fire. The challenges you walked through did not burn you up. They made you shine. You are more beautiful and resilient because of them. None of your experiences, not even the ones you thought wasted or lost, were ever unseen by me. I have always been next to you, closer than you imagined, upholding you even if you could not feel me. Many times, you believed you were alone. You looked for comfort and didn't find it from people around you, so you assumed maybe no one cared. But I cared. I always cared. I was there listening to the quietest words of your heart. Every tear fell into my hand. The things you endured, I noticed all of them, because your worth is immeasurable to me. In heaven, there is a gathering, a council that watches and intercedes for those who keep trying toward the good, even when the world is against them. There was a day, child, known only to me, when angels were appointed to watch over and support your walk. Not because you are better than others, but because you would get up again and again, even when circumstances gave you every reason to quit. Your resilience is precious. You offered kindness to strangers. You gave even when you had little. You kept praying when your faith was barely hanging on. Your life is important. The good you did was not for nothing. Angels have been sent ahead to prepare a place for you. Not one built from the works of your hands, but from every generous and caring act you ever did. Every selfless action, every moment you showed love, has made something beautiful that lasts forever. I do not see as people see. I do not judge based on status, reputation, or what others say. I see the true heart, the intentions behind your choices. The times you acted with quiet kindness instead of bitterness or anger left an imprint beyond this world. When you showed patience, when you comforted someone else while you were hurting, when you chose not to speak badly about others, it mattered to me. These are not small acts. They change everything. If you think your faith was weak, I want you to know. Faith that continues through doubt and pain is stronger than faith that never faces trouble. Whenever you called out for help, I wasn't just listening closely. I moved in ways you often didn't recognize at the time. Sometimes you thought good things happened by chance, but it was my loving hand guiding you, orchestrating what you needed most. So let me assure you, your future is full of hope. You may face more difficulties, but now you walk with my strength and my light. The struggles you've survived have already proven you cannot be destroyed by the enemy. Instead, every hardship made you more radiant. Your soul reflects my own glory. and you are now stepping into your true inheritance, one I promised long before you knew. You are not unworthy. You are not forgotten. Every time you gave love, no matter how small, its impact is eternal. My attention has always been on you, not because I expect perfection, but because I admire your efforts, your willingness to keep moving, your decision to love, even when it hurt, even when you doubted. I never left your side. Think back, child, to the times you narrowly avoided disaster. Sometimes you stood at the edge of a decision that could have changed your life forever. But a sudden peace came over you. That peace was my word, quietly guiding you to safety. And even when you were confused and all you could do was cry out, I steadied you. My patience was greater than your fear. It is time now for you to realize all the potential I placed in you. You are not simply existing. You are here to make a difference. Every life you touch, every kind word or blessing you share, spills new light into this world. Your very presence shifts the atmosphere toward hope. My spirit is in you, and nothing can dim that light. In heaven there is celebration over you, not because you never made mistakes, but because you belong to me. When you finally come home, there will be a joy for you that cannot be measured. But I don't want you to wait until then to experience glimpses of it. Already, I am providing you with peace that surpasses understanding. I will equip you with strength when you feel like you have none. Messengers will remind you who you are, and you will discover new power in your words and actions. You are not meant to hide. Just as a city on a hill cannot be hidden, you are to shine openly. Sometimes your voice will shake. Sometimes your hands will tremble. Sometimes your heart may ache. But in those moments, keep loving, keep acting, keep speaking gently. These are the ways you fight darkness. These are your tools, and they are mightier than you realize. The moment you were born, your arrival caused a shift. Your existence was a planned event, not an accident. I celebrated your birth long before the world did. You were always wrapped in a specific purpose. Every day I helped you write your story, not by dictating, but by guiding you, weaving beauty from brokenness, making even your pain meaningful. I want you to understand, there is much more ahead for you. You have not missed your chance. You have not failed so many times that you are now disqualified. You are still on the path to becoming everything I spoke over you, even before time began. Nothing in this world can stop what I planned. Some of those you have loved caused you pain, yet you still loved them, still cared for them, still forgave. That makes you like me. I understand that kind of love because I have poured it out for all, even those who turned against me. When love costs you something, I promise to reward you far more than you could ever lose. Love is never wasted. It multiplies, grows stronger, and becomes a fountain for others. Everything you do from love counts forever. One day, everything hidden will be revealed. You will see why the sorrow was allowed, why the waiting happened, why some things went unanswered. Then you will laugh with joy that cannot be taken away, because finally you will understand that I wasn't only with you, I was for you, I was in you, and I was always working through you. So stand tall, face what comes next, knowing I lead the way and guard your steps. I send angels to walk beside you with weapons of peace, understanding, and favor, not violence. Breakthroughs are coming your way, things that cannot be explained by human ability. Doors will open where you only saw walls, and deserts will bloom before your eyes. Your words will bring hope and healing. Darkness will retreat in the presence of the light I put inside you, not because you are strong, but because I am strong within you. I will not keep you guessing forever. Some of the prayers you forgot, I have not forgotten. Soon you will see blessings come from pain, restoration rise from what looked lost. Even your enemies will see that my favor is upon you. Remember, I do not pick those who look qualified by the world's standards. I make people ready when I call them, and you are called right now. My name is written on your life. This means you are never alone, never without help, never without purpose, whenever you struggle, whenever the burdens seem too great. I am the one who lifts you up. You have heard me in your dreams, felt my nearness in quiet moments, and now you are about to see me move more openly in your world. I am giving you new allies, rooting you where you will thrive. Nothing formed against you will prevail, because I declared your victory before your first breath. Listen carefully, my child, with the heart, not just with your mind. What I speak now is meant to guide, heal, and bring you into the deepest truth of all. Let me answer a question that troubles many. Why do some people not enter heaven even if they do good things? Why is it that only through Jesus Christ can a soul be reunited with me? The answer is simple, but profound. I am the beginning and the end. Everything in existence comes from me. When I created humanity, I gave free will so that love itself could be authentic, chosen, not forced. However, mankind chose pride over trust, independence over relationship. This divided us, not by my desire, but because goodness cannot remain with impurity. That separation is what you call sin. But I never wanted that chasm to be permanent. Long before you were born, I planned a way back for all, not by asking you to work or strive endlessly, but by offering a gift. The gift is Jesus. He is my own heart made visible, my being expressed in a way you can know, touch, and understand. Jesus is not only a good teacher or prophet. Through him, I provided a way for all your failings to be erased, for new life to be given freely. Sin cannot survive in my own presence. I am pure and perfect, but I love what I have made. Because of that love, I gave the only way that removes the stain of sin, my son's sacrifice. When Jesus took the punishment for every wrong thought, word, and action ever committed, he became the bridge over the divide. In simple terms, anyone who accepts what Jesus did, who trusts in him, is made clean and whole again. It is not earned. It is received by faith. If a person turns away from Jesus, they are not turned away by me in anger. They are choosing to stand apart from the only solution I have provided. There is no other name, no alternative way, no path by many roads. There is only one, and that is Jesus. This is not to be exclusive or harsh, but simply to be truthful. Jesus himself said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." There are not multiple ladders to heaven. There is one, and he is it. Even if people try to live good lives, give to the poor, or act kindly, good deeds alone cannot erase what separates humans from me. Without Jesus, the wrongs remain, and nothing unclean can live forever in my presence. I do not delight in anyone missing out on heaven, and I do everything possible to show the way clearly. I reveal truth through creation, through the voice of conscience, through dreams and the longing in every heart for something greater. Every person has felt my call in some way, but not all will choose to open their hearts. Love never forces itself. Just as you cannot force someone to love you, I cannot and will not force myself on anyone. I knock gently, calling, hoping, waiting. If someone shuts the door, I respect their decision. I desire relationship, not forced submission. Heaven is not just a distant reward. It is a relationship with me, now and forever. It is joining in perfect love, peace, and closeness that lasts forever. Those who refuse to accept Jesus have simply chosen to remain as they are, unwashed, unchanged. Their own sins still separate them, not because I want to exclude them, but because their hearts are closed to the only source of forgiveness. Heaven cannot contain sin. Only by being joined to Jesus, whose blood washes every soul clean, can anyone come home. I am holy, and holiness cannot mix with rebellion or darkness. Some people believe their loving acts, their benefits to society, or their faithfulness to family should be enough. I honor these good reflections of my image, but they are not sufficient. Even the smallest mistake, if unaddressed, blocks entrance. My perfect justice cannot be changed, but my perfect love provided a way for all to be included. That way is Jesus, and there is no other, nor will there be. He suffered far more than anyone could imagine, not just physical pain, but the full crushing weight of guilt and sorrow for everyone who has lived. Jesus went through this to spare you from it. When people reject him, they are refusing not just a historic figure, but the very rescue I offered out of the deepest love. The world is full of ideas, many paths, many truths. There's much confusion, but I remain the same. My word never changes. There is only one foundation that lasts: Christ. All else may seem solid for a time, but only Jesus stands firm forever. In the end, all will know this truth. Every knee will bow. Every tongue will admit Jesus is Lord. Some will do so joyfully, others with regret. Those who refuse him will simply reap what they chose: life without me. Hell was never meant for people. Its purpose was to contain the rebellion of prideful angels who turned from me. But if humans also want to live forever apart from me, that is the only place left. Hell is not a torture chamber built out of vengeance. It is the natural result of losing contact with life, love, hope, and peace, which flow only from me. I do not throw people there in anger. I let them have what they chose, a life separated from everything good, because they chose separation over welcome. Still, I wait, patient, hoping every soul will turn, will listen, will accept my invitation. Judgment has been delayed, not out of neglect, but out of mercy. Every day is a new chance for hearts to soften and return. There will come a moment when time is up, when it will no longer be possible to change. But now, you live in days of grace. So I tell you now, do not wait. Do not assume there will always be time. Now is the day to respond. The door is still open. Through Jesus, I offer the cleansing the soul needs, the restoration the heart craves, the relationship that brings purpose and joy. This is not about religious duties, ceremonies, or endless lists of rules. It is about opening yourself to love and being transformed by it forever. Many have turned away from me, wounded by those who claim to follow me, but did not show my love. I have seen their pain and I ache with them. If that is you, I invite you not to look at people, but at my Son. He is gentle and open to anyone who seeks him sincerely, no matter how broken or bruised. He restores all who come. Others have walked away because of the world's empty distractions. Fearing surrender means loss, but surrender to me leads to real gain. A life filled with meaning and joy, even in hard places. What you leave behind in following Jesus is nothing compared to what you receive. Still others reject the idea of needing a Savior, thinking they are good enough on their own. Yet no one is perfect in heart or action. I sent Jesus not to shame, but to heal and save. Child, your mission is to share this truth with gentleness and compassion. Don't hold back because of fear. Warn kindly, show love always, and let your life be evidence of my goodness. Let people see Jesus in the way you act and speak. Eternity is near. Every soul is precious. Yes, holiness matters, but mercy triumphs because I want everyone to come home. Grace is still being offered, endlessly abundant and powerful enough to transform anyone. Whoever comes to me through Jesus, no matter the past, will find mercy, healing, and their place in my family. Whoever refuses him will remain outside, not because I reject them, but because they did not want what I offer. Without me, all that remains is emptiness. There is suffering and isolation where my presence is absent, and I weep for every soul lost. I have given everything so that none need be lost. But love must be free, and I honor every choice. Jesus is the only way, because he is the bridge from death to life. He is the door. Whoever believes in him will not be lost, no matter how troubled. Let this truth fill your heart. Tell it, live it, and never forget. Your value is not in your perfection, but in belonging to me through Jesus. That is the reason why those who reject him cannot enter heaven, for he is life itself, and without him, there is only darkness. My invitation remains. The door is still open. Come to me, all who are weary. Come through my Son, and I will give you rest that never ends.